What's going on, YouTube? This is Mr. Kleinreef here with a tank update. It's been very long. I'm sorry for the wait, guys. I just haven't been home, but it probably looks very different than the last time you see it. So I'm gonna start with the big stuff and then work my way to the little stuff. Big stuff is it completely rescaped it. The rock over here is all hand built with dry rock. I used zip tie, super glue, and epoxy to build kind of a little bonsai type overhang. So hopefully, my fish always hang out on the right side of the tank, and I tried to mimic something similar on the left side so they wouldn't all hang out over there, but I think they all hang out over there because the clownfish lay eggs and they're just waiting for them to hatch to eat them. I don't know. I mean, look, I have 65 gallons and they're all in the same 12 inches of the tank 90% of the time. It's a little frustrating. And this rock right up here, that's all, this has the same kind of shelf. The shape gets a little lost because I vastly underestimated how big that hammer coral was, so I completely lost the shape. So that hammer might actually get moved around to the back a little bit just because I want this to open up right here a little bit more. But that's kind of it. I have some really nice caves underneath through here, and it's a very open, low-profile scape. The scape over here kind of fell apart. It looks very cluttered, mainly because this bubble coral is massive, and I'm still trying to find a place to put it. I just don't really know where to put it to the point where it doesn't look huge and I can still showcase it. Like, I don't want to stick it in the back because the last time I stuck something in the back, it fell over and I lost it and it never really recovered and it died. So I don't want to, like, that's my oldest coral right now because I lost all my other ones. It's actually a tie between these two. I think I got them on the same day. But that being said, this rock right here that the purple mani and the goonie and the Ozoa plug are mounted on, that's actually like 3 inches in front of the anemone rock. And the shape just gets lost because I couldn't chip either of those corals off because they're already stressed enough. And I didn't want to sit there with a chisel for hours getting it off. So I just kind of incorporated it into the scape that it might end up somewhere else by the time I leave. But if you look at it from the side view, it actually looks a little bit more natural. So now let's get into the littler things. I moved a lot of coral around. I did a huge, I kind of cleaned the glass. I got a little lazy in some spots like up here. And when I take a full tank shot before I leave, I'm definitely gonna be really meticulous with the glass cleaning just so I can get a really good one. I just wanted to get most of it off the glass before I left, or before I did a video. I cleaned all the vortex. I did a huge 15 or 20 gallon water change. I think it was 15. I cleaned out the sump. I tested everything. Right now the alkalinity is sitting at 7.7. The calcium's at 430 parts per million. Magnesium's a little low at like 1280 or something. It was like 1270 or 1280. I have them all written down somewhere, but the numbers escape me. And my phosphate, ironically, is like 0.003, but that's phosphate test kits are kind of eh. And they may, like, the water might be low phosphate in the water, but that's because algae and everything else is using it so much faster. And as you can see, I have a lot of algae around. But hopefully I reduced that a little bit. I have a bunch of Aptasia that I'm thinking about tomorrow. Might be a long project. Turn all the pumps off. Go in there with Aptasia Axe, which I've had really good luck with in the past, and kind of just really soak them and burn them. Two other thing, I got rid of, I had a hammer coral, about 2 pieces that were half the size of that one. I dipped them, brought them to the local fish store. Same with a huge, like 9-inch anemone. I don't know if you guys saw the picture that I posted on Facebook, but they were just in the wrong places, so I took those off, sold them. I have one anemone right here, which is going to my friend. Same with that frog spawn right there is going to my friend from Nano Reef. And the anemone up in this bucket, which is out of frame, is going to another friend who lives, 10 minutes away. So also a big chunk of this is going. So story behind this is the only surviving Acropora from my crash. It is alive. It's not. It's just very, very pissed. And that's an understatement. The tissue's there, it has a nice healthy tissue, it's just very brown. I think it's because I had a nasty phosphate spike. But right now, I'm getting everything under control. I'm doing water changes. I upped the vinegar dosing. I really cleaned out the tank, so I'm expecting a full recovery, although brown coral recoveries tend to last months before they get back up to their real color. And if you guys remember what that coral looked like, it was beautiful. And it's a shame that it's so freaking brown right now. But I lost a lot of coral, guys, and it made me hate the hobby. It really did. Watching my favorite corals go, my Stoharsteni, my Oculus, my Hawkins, my Setosa, my Bird's Nest, my Staghorn, all of them just wasted away. My Montiporas even, they all just wasted away. And it was just a barrel roll effect. One died, and the next died, and the next died, and the next died. My plate coral died because it got stung to death by this. My torch died, which was my oldest coral I ever had. My elegance is gone, and it's the second elegance I've had. And those are like not cheap coral. And it was really hard. I took a break from reefing. I didn't go on nano reef for like 3 months. It was just, I almost gave up. I really almost gave up, and I'm surprised that I didn't just convince my parents to tear down the tank. But they love it, and once I saw it started working on it again, I remember just how much I love it and how I want to keep doing it. But next thing, I picked up 4 new coral. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll bring the camera closer, but I got a red Monipora digitata, and then I always forget that Sphingotis right here, and then a green bird's nest, which was one of my very first SPS. So all those two, the red digi and the bird's nest, are corals that I've had in the past, and I've loved and my parents loved, and I wanted to bring those back into the tank. The Sphingotis is a coral that I've always wanted but could never find, but I finally found one at my local fish store, and I got a really good one. It's a little pissed, the green's really faded in some spots, but I'm expecting it to do a lot better. It's already looking a lot better. The polyp extension's amazing. I'll post some macro pictures at the end for you guys, since I love to do macro. I also got an SPS, but I'm gonna move this closer so you guys can see it here. Actually, I might have to hold it up. So it's this guy right here. It's really pretty. I think it's a form of tenuous. Super highlight. Polyp extension actually doesn't look half bad right now. I'll put some macro pictures up at the end. But I got some pretty decent pics. And these two are, which ones did I get? I got this one and the Sphingotis for free, because I brought in the hammer coral and the anemones. So that was super good. My local fish store is really good to me. And then I got the other two 10% off, so I only spent like $40 on those two, which isn't, it's high, but it's a local business and they've always been really good to me. So I usually try to support them and not, use the free coral every time I go in there, just so they can, although I know that they make money. Like I'll bring in, I brought in that big hammer coral yesterday, and then I went in today and I saw it chopped up into 1 million pieces, each being sold for $29, and I got $29 worth of credit, so they're going to make a way bigger profit off of it. But sometimes I feel like I just need to spend money there just so I just feel a little guilty. But everything else is doing really well. The bubble's doing well. The zoantha's all opened up again. The anemones are doing well. The clownfish laid eggs. I'm missing 2 bulbs out of my ATI, which stinks. They're currently right here on the table. I have to order some new ones. One of them I burnt. It's like won't connect the circuit. I think something went as a bum bulb. But I think that's all I really have for this update. I'm gonna throw some pictures in at the end. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, recommendations, put them down in the comment section below. I hope I can get this tank back up to the quality that you guys have been seeing in the past. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Enjoy your tanks, and I'll see you guys later.